The last time we took a look at the Renault Arkana back in 2021, we had only just got started as a YouTube channel. It was the first time that Renault had launched a car into the Goldilocks C segment since 2016, and the first car full stop since that event.
You must stay at home.
And so they brought the Arkana right up to date, and in this video we're going to show you all the changes they've made and tell you why this car is so special. Typically during a car's life cycle, the manufacturer would probably want to give the car a bit of a refresh, a facelift as we call it, after 4 or 5 years. And that's usually to bring the car in line with the current range, much like we did with the Clio when we gave that a nip and a tuck and bring it more in line with the Megane and the Austral. And you can usually gauge how well a car is doing based on how soon the car gets its facelift. So very much a case of if a car's doing well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, keep it on sale. So you might be going, well, Max, the Arkana's only been on sale for 2 years. They're changing it already. Well, yeah, in the UK, but the history goes a little bit further back than that, as I shall now explain in this voiceover. Let's go back to 2019 to the launch of the Arkana at the Moscow Motor Show. It was designed and built to appeal to the Eastern European market. The likes of the BMW X6 and Mercedes GLC, while desirable vehicles, were often out of reach to the vast majority of buyers. Therefore, Renault thought, why don't we bring this style to the masses? A bit like when high street fashion brands copy ideas they see at the Oscars from the likes of Dior or Louis Vuitton. It was built on the same platform as the Mark II Dacia Duster, and was offered with a 1.3-litre 4-cylinder petrol engine, an 8-speed automatic CVT gearbox, and 4-wheel drive to tackle some of the more challenging weather conditions that region faces. Just under a year later, Renault launched the Arkana in Korea, but the demands for that market are very different to that of Eastern Europe. So out went the B0 Plus chassis that formed the original, and in came in the more sophisticated CMF-B platform that underpins the Clio and Captur. And because of the platform change, it actually grew by 25mm too. So you then had 2 different versions of the same car, one built in Europe and one built in Korea. So naturally, when the rest of Europe took on the car, we imported the Korean one. Okay, that's a bit flippant, but the Koreans generally have a similar requirement for their cars as we do, as it shares more in common with the existing Renault products offered over here in the UK and Western Europe, so it made sense that we introduced that version. So with the car now going into its 5th year globally, and with all the other changes the brand has gone through, it was time for a bit of a nip and tuck. And this is it. Like I said before, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So the changes you see here are relatively minor. So the only change on the front, for example, is on this grille here, where you've got this diamond aesthetic. And then you've got the Nouvelle R logo that sits proudly in the middle there in this one piece, rather than on the previous car where you had the big cutout for the diamond. Previously, the top of the range model was known as the RS line. Then it became the E-Tech Engineered to keep it in line with the new Megane. Now for this new model, it's known as Esprit Alpine to keep it in line with the other models in the range. What is Esprit Alpine? Well, it's basically an homage to the sporting heritage of our sports car and motorsport brand Alpine, who develop new technologies in Formula 1, and as of next year, will be competing in the World Endurance Championship. You'll see that reflected in some of the design choices for this car, such as the decision to drop gold that you would have seen on the previous E-Tech Engineered model. You've also got a smattering of blue badges. The lights at the rear are crystallised so that they're comparable with that of the Austral and Clio. And of course you get these new 19-inch alloy wheels. Now, of course, if you're looking at those wheels and thinking, my word, I'm going to get a paper cut just by looking at them, well, then you'll be pleased to know that the old car's 18-inch Silverstone alloy will be carried over to the new Techno model. Just before this car launched, Renault introduced its new Human First program. Its purpose to improve the safety of drivers, passengers and pedestrians all over the world especially as we move into new forms of mobility such as e-scooters and bikes. It's a collaboration of engineers, safety experts, product managers and firefighters using the latest technologies such as artificial intelligence to make Renault stand out, thanks in part to over 50 years of development of safety systems and over 2,000 patents registered since 1970. The program has three major priorities. Number one, managing accidents more effectively by working with firefighter crews all over Europe. Number two is to reduce accidents by making substantial investments in R&D. And number three is to prevent accidents from happening in the first place thanks to the development of advanced driver assistance systems and safety equipment such as this car, which features 18 of them. They include such things as adaptive cruise control, reversing camera, automatic full beam, blind spot warning, road sign recognition, and so much more. Step inside and the extensive kit list continues. I've got things such as a keyless entry system, climate control, electric folding mirrors, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto on a 7-inch EasyLink infotainment system. However, being sat in this top-of-the-range Esprit Alpine model means I get some additional benefits as well, such as this EasyLink system. It grows from 7 inches to 9.3 inches, and then the driver display grows from 7 inches to 10 inches as well. I also get a wireless phone charger, ambient lighting with 8 different colours, heated seats which are wrapped in this nice bio-based suede upholstery with blue stitching and Alpine logos. I also get the steering wheel to be heated as well with this nice tricolor stitching going on here and on the door cards as well. And then of course the interior is finished off with this really nice slate trim on the dashboard and door card just to finish it off. And because it's a matte finish as well, it doesn't glare while you're driving. Thanks in part to the 2.72 meter long wheelbase, I get plenty of knee room, 21 centimeters to be exact, and loads of headroom. For me being 5'11", my head doesn't touch even with the sloping roof. That's then backed up with 480 litres of boot space, or 1,263 litres with the seats folded down. Under the bonnet, it's pretty much business as usual. That means we get the familiar 1.6 litre petrol engine mated to a 1.2 kilowatt hour battery. Combined, they give off about 145 horsepower, and that means on a WLTP cycle, we can expect 60.1 mpg and a CO2 figure of 105 to 107 grams per kilometre. Despite its modest battery, you will be surprised on how much time you actually spend in EV mode. In fact, Renault actually reckons that you'll spend up to 80% of the time in urban areas, such as this in Weybridge, on the battery. And when the engine does kick in, with the combined fuel efficiency that you can get alongside the battery, it's thought that you'll be able to get up to 620 miles on a single tank. At launch, there will be 3 trim levels: Evolution as the entry level, Techno in the middle, and the range-topping Esprit Alpine. As standard, with the Evolution model, you'll get 17-inch Bahamas alloy wheels, automatic C-shaped LED headlights and automatic rain-sensing wipers, and body-coloured mirrors. Inside, standard specification includes cruise control with speed limiter, automatic climate control, electronic parking brake, hands-free keycard for entry and start, electric folding mirrors, 7-inch EasyLink infotainment with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which can be accessed wirelessly, a 7-inch TFT driver's display, and titanium black fabric upholstery. Moving up to Techno brings in addition to Evolution, the revised front bumper with F1 blade, additional front sensors, 18-inch Silverstone alloy wheels, blind spot warning, extra tinted rear windows, and rear cross-traffic alert. On the inside, there's the addition of a foldable armrest with cup holders, auto hold function on the handbrake, auto dimming rear view mirror, wireless phone charger, fabric and TEP artificial leather upholstery, a 9.3-inch version of the EasyLink display with multi-sense, which includes 3 driving modes and 8 ambient lighting colours. There's also a 10-inch driver display. Then at the top of the range, we have Esprit Alpine. This includes all of the specification of the previous two, plus an Alpine version of the F1 blade, 19-inch alloy wheels, black door mirrors, Esprit Alpine styling including badging, double exhaust tailpipe elements in glossy black. Inside, you'll also see the addition of adaptive cruise control with stop and go and lane keeping assist, Esprit Alpine interior styling including tricolor stitching, Alpine logos and the slate finish on the dashboard and door cards, frameless auto dimming mirror, heated steering wheel and front seats which are power adjustable with lumbar support, and they are finished in TEP artificial leather and suede upholstery. As for colour choices, you will get glacier white as standard, and then a further 6 options are available: pearl white, metallic grey, metallic black, flame red, Zanzibar blue, and new to Arkana, midnight blue, which is the same colour that you will have had previously on the Zoe and is also available on the all-electric Megane. There will also be a number of accessories to enhance the style and practicality of the Arkana. These include items such as illuminated door sills, rear spoilers, skid plates, roof bars and boxes, and so much more. So that is most of what you need to know about the Renault Arkana. Now, if this car has tickled your fancy and you want to find out more information about how you can buy one from either our Aldershot or Weybridge branches, then check out our website, smcrenault.co.uk. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram at SMC Renault. We're also on LinkedIn, TikTok and X at SMC Motor Group. And of course, if you've liked this video, make sure to hit the thumbs up, click subscribe and click the bell icon so always get notified whenever we load up new content. And boy, have we got a lot of exciting content coming up, including the all-new Scenic, which we're going to film at the start of next year, and this car's bigger brother, the Rafale. We're also going to have some big announcements coming with regards to cars launching in 2025, and you don't want to miss that. So thank you very much for watching. My name's Max, this is SMC Motor Group, and I'll see you on the next one.